Adventure is worthwhile in itself. Hello, my name is Amelia Earhart. I was born in Atchison, Kansas. My parents, Samuel S. Earhart and Amelia O. Earhart, who I was named after, had me on July 24th, 1897. They later had my little sister, Grace Meal Earhart. Most of my life, my sister and I lived with our grandparents. We had to stay with them due to our parents' marital problems. I became a nurse's aide after high school. I got this job in Canada during World War II because of all the wounded soldiers. I decided to enroll as a pre-medical student at the University in New York. I only attended that school for 1 year. In 1920, not long after I left the university, my dad took me to an air show. He then arranged for me to ride in a plane. This was the icebreaker for my new career. Not long after, I decided to take flying lessons. My love for flying really flourished when I passed the course. I bought my first plane, the Canary, and took any job available to pay it off. I made my first solo flight in 1922. Shortly afterward, I set a new altitude record of 14,000 feet. This record was shortly beaten, and before I knew it, I was off to raise the stakes even higher. I was the first woman to fly across the Atlantic in April of 1928. This is also when I met my husband, George P. Putnam. We married in 1931 on February 7th. I was a spokesperson for women aviators on my return to the United States after my trip across the Atlantic to Newfoundland. Though I'd accomplished a lot in my career, I still felt the obligation to bump up the stakes once more. I decided I was going to fly around the world. My partner, I'd be the first person to pull this off. My partner, Fred Noonan, and I took off on the 1st of June in 1937 from Miami. On our last stretch of the trip, the last 7,000 miles, I reported to the island of Halland that I was low on fuel. We disappeared and no trace of us was ever found. I was presumed dead on July 2nd, After all, adventure truly is worthwhile in itself.